morning and welcome back to Namaste with Natalie. In this session, we are going to do morning movement yoga. Go ahead and find your mat and gently come on down to all fours. From all fours, we're going to find our child's pose, sending the hips over the calves and just relaxing down. Try to relax your forehead on the mat or on your stacked arms. Take this moment just to sink in and feel your body. Focus on your breathing. Smooth inhales and exhales. And go ahead and set an intention for this practice. From here, we're going to round on up onto all fours again. And going into cow pose, dropping the belly, lifting the heart, chest, shoulders back. Then from here into cat pose, rounding the back, dropping the tailbone in and releasing the head down. Deep inhale back to cow, bottom up, chest up, head up. Exhale, rounding back to cat, really tucking the tailbone in, pulling the shoulders away. And then inhale, cow. One more time, back to cat. Then finding a neutral spine. From here, rounding the left shoulder towards the left hip. Inhale to the center. Exhale, right shoulder to the right hip. And repeat, inhale to the center, exhale, left shoulder, left hip. Inhale to the center, looking back at the right hip and bringing the right shoulder towards the right hip. Inhaling, coming back now. And once more on the other side. And go ahead and roll around your body in any way that feels good on all fours. Maybe moving the hips in a circular motion. And then pausing and going the other way, moving the hips around or your body to feels best. And find stillness and sink back into a child's pose. If you would like to bring your hands together in prayer, for a nice shoulder stretch, and then bending the elbows and sinking into your child's pose variation. And walk the fingertips away from you and over to the right for a nice side stretch. Try to take a deep breath in and out. And in your own time, walking your hands over to the left now and breathing into the right side. Go ahead and come on up, rounding to all fours. Then shift your weight to your left leg and roll the right hip around 3 times in big circles. Then pause and go the other way, back. From here, we're going to swoop that right leg all the way up after your third circle. Step it in between your hands and lean forward for a hip stretch. Try to hold this and just sink into it a little bit. If you feel warm enough and if that left quad can find a deeper stretch, you can go ahead and bend the knee. From here, if you would like to take that right arm up and bring it back and grab that left ankle to find a deeper stretch and bind. Take a few breaths here, and then whenever you're ready, go ahead and unleash. And bring that right arm down, left leg down, and gently go ahead and switch. We're going to bring the left leg up and around 3 times. and back 3 times. And then we're going to swoop that left leg through into the front, thrusting the hips forward for opening them up a little bit. Deep breaths in and out. For a deeper quad stretch, if you would like to bend the right knee, you can. Take the left arm up and grab a hold for a deeper stretch and bind. Deep breaths. Then gently unravel that leg. Hands come down and go ahead and find the tabletop. Right arm comes up this time, and we're going to roll the shoulder up and around 3 times to the front. Pause, and 3 times to the back. Really opening up. Then extend the elbow. Right arm comes up to the sky. Open it up for a chest stretch. Deep inhale here, then exhale. We're going to thread the needle, placing that right arm in between the left hand and left leg. And if you'd like to wrap the left arm around for a little bit more of a stretch, go for it. Finding your breath, enjoying the stretch. If your arm's behind you, you can bring it back to push up with the strength of it. Gently placing your right arm down now, left arm up, 3 circles to the front with the shoulder, and 3 circles to the back. Then extending that arm straight up to the sky, opening it up for a chest stretch. Deep inhale, and then with the next exhale, thread the needle, placing the left arm in between the right arm and right leg. If you'd like to bring the right arm behind your back, you can. Focusing on your breath, relaxing where you can. If your arm's behind your back, gently unravel it, place it down and push up off the ground. Modifications are welcome, but we're going to kick back into a plank and then shooting the hips up to a downward facing dog. Feel free to bend your knees and walk your feet in. And then we're going to walk our dog, dropping one heel down and then the other. Then sink both heels down whenever you're ready. Shift your weight to the left leg as we're going to kick the right leg up to the sky to 3-legged dog. Feel free to bend it and open up that hip and roll the hip around 3 times to the front and then 3 times to the back. And then kicking that right leg back up to the sky, bending it open if you'd like. And then gently bringing it down into downward facing dog. Feel free to shake it out a little bit. Then the left leg comes up to the sky, bending the knee and rounding the hip 3 times to the front. Pause 3 times to the back. Feel free to straighten the leg now and open it up again. And then from here, gently bringing the left leg down and coming down to all 4s and finding your child's pose. Try to release your head, release your body, and surrender into the moment. If you would like to bring your arms down and back to your side, you can, or whatever variation of child's pose that feels most comforting to you. Try to make your exhales longer than your inhales. And whenever you're ready, come on up to all 4s. Finding your plank or dropping your knees, Chaturanga, down we go. Untuck the toes, lift the heart, shoulders back, lift the chest. And then gently come down and repeat. Inhale, lift the heart, chest, and legs. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift the heart, chest, and legs. And hold or bend both knees and try to grab hold of the ankles, opening up your chest. And whenever you're ready, come on down. Push in, elbows into the chest, and find your child's pose. Rounding on up to a downward facing dog. Release your head. And then gently shift your gaze towards your hands and walk your feet forward to a forward fold and hang out there. Go ahead and crisscross your arms and just dangle if you'd like. If you can straighten your legs, straighten your legs. Then gently round on up all the way to the top. Swoop the arms back, take a deep breath in, reverse swan dive. And exhale, bending from the hips, forward fold, swan diving down. And repeat, swooping the arms back, take a deep inhale all the way up. Lean back. Exhale, back to the forward fold. Repeating one more time, reverse swan dive up all the way. Lean back if you'd like. Hands come to your heart and find your chair pose. From here, keep the right leg front, left leg goes back into a high lunge. Arms are parallel. Weight is on to the right heel and left back foot equally. Then we're going to rotate that back left foot into warrior pivot to warrior two. If you look down at that big right toe, you should be able to see it. If not, pull that right knee out. Relaxing the shoulders. Dropping that left hand down, keeping a bend in the right knee. We're going to dance our warrior back. Leaning back. Deep breath here. And gently come on out of it, back to the warrior two. Gently straighten that right leg. Lean forward, reach in front of you, and drop the right hand down and left arm up to the sky. Feel free to look up at that hand if you like. Inner hip stretch as well as the side of the body stretch. Then we're gently going to come out of it, reaching up, bending the right knee, finding the warrior two again. From here, we're going to keep the foot placement and just square the chest to the front, bringing the arms over the head to warrior one. And next, we're going to pivot that back left heel off the ground so both feet face front to a lunge. Next, lean forward, step forward to chair and hold. Weight goes back into those heels. Then swoop the arms back and around, straightening the body and lifting back. Cactus the arms and hold this gentle back bend for a nice chest stretch. Then gently bring the hands behind your back, clasp them, bend your knees, and bring the arms up and over in the direction of your head. Bending the knees, relaxing the head a little bit more, and sinking into it. Gently bring the hands back towards your bottom, rounding on up, swooping up to chair pose. Shifting your weight to your left leg. Gently, we're going to bring back the right leg into a lunge. Then from here, we're going to warrior prep that back foot. Back arm comes down into warrior two. Arms are parallel, straight, Then drop the right hand down to the right leg, keep a bend in the left leg, and dance your warrior back. Take a deep breath and see if you can sink back just a little bit more. Then come on up to warrior two again. Straighten that left leg, reach forward and gently drop the left arm down. Right arm comes up. Feel free to look up at the sky if you can. And then reach the arm up, bend the left leg, open the hip back to warrior two. Then swooping your arms and chest front. Pivot the back foot for a lunge. Lean forward and step forward back to chair. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Swoop the arms back and around and cactusing your arms and leaning back. Then gently bring the hands down to your side. We're going to move into tree pose. Feel free to keep your foot like a kickstand, or you can bring it up higher. Find whatever level works for you. Placing your hands together in prayer, deep breathing. And if you can bring your hands over your head. And if you want an extra challenge, close your eyes. Keep focusing. If you fall out, gently come back up. And we're gently going to switch sides. So this time, placing your left leg down, right leg goes out like a kickstand, and you can come on up. Hands come to the heart and up to the sky. Finding your breath and focusing on something that's not moving. Notice how you feel in this balance pose. What's going on to keep you up? And gently lower down into mountain pose. Feet a little bit more than hip width apart, shoulders back. Taking a deep breath and feeling whatever you feel, noticing it, accepting it, embracing it, then letting it go. And bring the feet together and come down gently to a forward fold. Releasing the head, and with every exhale, sink in a little further. And gently bending your knees and walking your left leg back, right leg forward. Gently dropping the left leg and walking it back, your hands back, and then up on your hips if you can, or down on the ground in forward fold for a hamstring stretch. So the right leg is straight, the left leg is bent, and you're hinging from the hips, and if possible, all the way down. With your next exhale, sink in a little further if you can and curl those toes towards your nose. Then the next inhale, gently come on up and switch legs to bring your left leg front into a lunge, really low lunge. Then gently dropping that back right leg, leaning forward, then leaning it back, straightening the left leg, curling the toes towards your nose, and again with every exhale, sinking into the stretch. Whenever you're ready with your next inhale, gently push on up. Hands swooping around to your bottom. Hands come behind and legs are in front. Lifting up with your hips. Lean back if you like with your head. Whatever's most comfortable for you. Then we're going to gently come on down when you're ready, bringing the feet together and opening up the hips, and gently coming all the way down, cactusing the arms. And just surrender into gravity this moment and focus on your intention, your mantra that you're setting this morning. Imagine that the sun is shining on your face and the waves are bringing you all the good things and pulling away all the unnecessary things. And release a little bit more if possible. And for the next few moments, just sinking in to this moment. Go ahead and bring your legs together and roll on over to one side or come straight up to a seated position. Go ahead and bring your hands up onto your legs and rest them there. And imagine that you're accepting all good things coming your way. Reach the arms up to the sky, spread your hands out, and tell yourself that you welcome all good things for this day. Bringing your hands to your heart, taking this moment to sit in silent gratification of everything you have and everything that will come. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me.